welcome to another installment of the GC Angle. The objective really of these is to reveal myself and to amalgamate and channel my interests into these kind of vlog podcasts. So that's music, art, literature, philosophy, video editing, and hopefully you find these entertaining, engaging and educational. Lucy? Yep, say hello. Alright. So today I'm going to look at songs of mine that have themes such as rejection, alienation and abuse of authority. So the two songs I'm going to look at are Kay and the Castle and a completely new song entitled The World is Broken. So the first song I'll look at is Kay and the Castle, which is a rather peculiar name. It's influenced by an unfinished book by Franz Kafka entitled The Castle. Kafka was born in Prague. His work is dark and surreal, and I suppose he's best known for Metamorphosis. So this book certainly alludes to themes such as alienation, rejection, obsession and failure. So in the book, the central character, his name is Kay, he's summoned to come to this village by a castle authority. The book then goes on to explore how this castle authority is flawed. They're elitist, they're kind of a protected species because they bury themselves in layers of paperwork and bureaucracy. So they kind of become unaccountable, they represent the elite, and like there's only so many allowed to drink from the well as such. Kay then gets obsessed with trying to penetrate the castle and get to the central figures to kind of implement change, but this proves to be a futile pursuit that kind of drives him mad in the end. So the book was first published in 1926 and the themes explored in it are still ubiquitous today. They're still prevalent in the modern age. And the castle authority, like actually what they do was never revealed to us, but people subscribe to it unreservedly. It's kind of a myth that people uphold, and this myth or this power is taught to us. It's something that we inherit, and people are afraid of challenging it for fear of being ostracized and excommunicated. So before I play you the song, I just want to smuggle in a little bit of music theory. The key signature of the song would appear to be A major because we have three sharps. We have an F sharp, a C sharp and a G sharp. So I'll just play you the A major scale here. However, we don't have an A major chord until the bridge. So that really means that the song is residing in the D Lydian mode. So the D Lydian mode has the notes of A, the notes of A major, but you begin on the D. So you have the D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D. So the introduction and the verse are certainly residing in this D Lydian mode territory. The chorus then modulates to the key of D because we drop the G sharp, and then the rest of the song then kind of flirts with being in the key of A major and the D Lydian mode. Right, so let's have a listen to Kay and the Castle. The performance you'll hear now is from a lockdown live gig that I did a few weeks back, so I hope you dig it.
Paperwork, you come down
streets on your own. You always turn me away. It's so easy to fall. When you got no regard, you don't care anymore. When you roam those streets on your own, you always turn me away. It's so easy to fall. When you got no regard, you don't care anymore. I could not release myself. So on Tuesday the 2nd of June, I was inspired to write a new song. As we all know, the world is fucked. I mean, we've got systemic racism, global warming, people living in direct provision centres, Brexit, Boris Johnson, Donald Trump. They're just strange, uncertain times. The pandemic, I mean, they're scary, dangerous kind of times we're living in. Now, it could be levelled at me, what do I know? Like, why am I even talking about this? But a Socrates quote springs to mind, and that's: the only true wisdom comes in the knowing that you know nothing. So what I take from that is it's good to be humble. We should be humble, we should be modest. Admit that we're not well informed, but be willing to learn, be receptive and open to learning. Let people inform us and kind of help us grow as individuals. So as we know, the 2nd of June was Blackout Tuesday. Obviously I put my black square up, but I mean, that's just a black square. That's kind of futile enough. It doesn't really mean much. It's a symbol, and that's cool. But I took the opportunity that day to educate myself and to watch YouTube videos, to read articles, and just center myself and just say, okay, I don't know about this subject. I'd like to know more. I think there's an obligation to do that. So a mate of mine, Veronica Ranieri, sent me on a lecture that was particularly important, that really resonated with me. It's a lecture by Dr. Robin DiAngelo about white fragility. So really it highlights how there's systemic racism, how we inherit this racism. We kind of, because I'm white and I'm male, I benefit because of that. And if I refute that, or I deny that, dismiss it, or even want to defend that, then I become part of the problem.
So I'm just going to put it right out here. As a result of being born and raised as a white person in this culture, I have a racist worldview. I have deep racist biases. I have developed racist patterns. And I have investments in a system that has served me very well and is very comfortable for me and have really helped me get over sexism and classism that I struggle with. And I also have investments in not seeing any of that, for what it would mean for my identity and what it would require of me in action. Right? I didn't choose it, don't want it, got it. And it's actually incredibly transformative and liberating to begin from that premise.
So I really implore that people check this lecture out. I think it's really important that we pass it around and that we start having these difficult conversations, try and implement change, and just, we can't turn a blind eye anymore. So yeah, I as I say, I spent the day watching videos, reading articles, trying to educate myself, and I just felt inspired to write this song about many of the issues that the world is facing at the moment. And you might notice that I have the capo in a kind of a rather peculiar way. I have it set on the 2nd fret, but it's covering string 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 is free. So that's creating this kind of drone effect. Usually when people put a capo on, they cover all the strings, and when you cover them 5. Now the song is admittedly a little bit raw, because I only wrote it the other day, and because I wrote it on the guitar, there's a bang of 90s off it really. It's a little bit mid-90s Radiohead, kind of Verve, Richard Ashcroft. So it's a work in progress, but I'll play it to you anyway. I think going forward, I've already been in dialogue about it with the engineer and co-producer of my material, Ian Flynn, and we're kind of shaping up that we might give it a kind of more electronic feel, and the central instrument will not be the guitar but will in fact be a Rhodes keyboard. But yeah, I just felt obliged, I suppose, to write this and to share it with you. So this song is called The World Is Broken.
Away.